Hello, everyone, as usual, and welcome to another episode of the Wooxy podcast series. I'm David from Wooxy, and I'm excited to have Susanna with me today. Hello, Susanna. Thanks for joining us.
Thank
Susanna
you.
is a digital marketing expert and chief marketing officer at Wooxy. So basically, we're colleagues. Okay. She's specializing in improving email deliverability, managing multi-channel marketing strategies, and optimizing email communication for clients. She's also the founder of IQMinute. IQMinute is a parental control screen lock application that, if I'm not mistaken, that trades children's screen time for extra work. Okay. The screen unlocks only after kids complete multiple mental challenges such as math problems and stuff like that generated by AI. So today we'll talk about types of marketing, specifically direct marketing and brand marketing. So, and how startups can start marketing a new product or service, and how they can stand out among other competitors in case they have a product that is already available on the market. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. It was pretty long topic. So, all right, let's get started.
Right,
Thanks once
right.
again, Susanna, for joining us today. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, I'm gonna start with my first question. And the first question is, can you tell us about the difference exactly between direct marketing and brand marketing? How it works and which one to choose?
Um, it's not about which one is better or what to choose from, because at some point you will need to work with both tools, especially knowing that there are many more types of marketing you might need to try out before finding the solution that works best for you and your company. And even then, you need to always move forward and keep with this rapidly changing industry. So let's start by identifying a logo and a brand. Okay. Lots of
Well,
companies, especially startups, spend too much time on their logo, trying to perfect it in the hope to hoping that it will help them to stand out, or they try to have this perfect static website, or maybe nicely created thematic articles for their blogs. Well, I'm not saying it's not important, but nowadays this is far not enough to help you sell your product. Moreover, the consumers nowadays are very picky and demanding, especially in such countries as the United States. People are tired
well,
of companies which try to sell something, right? And they don't like it. But all of them like shopping. So, in order to help your sales team close the deal, think of something. Um, think of a something that will help you market your brand and not your logo or the product, so that the consumer is ready to pay more just to purchase it from you and your company, rather than to go to 100 other competitors.
well, can you bring an example for our listeners just to visualize the difference of logo and brand?
Sure. A couple of years ago, I was present at one of Seth Godin's workshops where he touched upon this topic. And
Well,
he was bringing this example that I will gladly borrow. So he said, imagine Nike opened a hotel, right? I think we would guess pretty accurately what it would look like. But if Hyatt came out with sneakers, we would have no clue, because Hyatt doesn't have a brand. Hyatt has a logo. And if you swap the signs on the hotel, at the same price range, you wouldn't tell if you are in Hyatt or in, let's say, Marriott or Hilton, all the hallways, the rooms, you wouldn't know. When you shop a hotel to stay in, you go online and browse it by affordability and location and maybe other requirements, which are sorted by price. And you are not ready to pay $100 or $200 more, or maybe to go 2 blocks away just to stay in a specific hotel. So what's the value of a brand? The value of a brand is how much extra you are ready to pay to substitute. And if your customer is not ready to pay extra just to purchase from your brand, I think you have a lot of more work to do.
Yeah, I suppose so too. Well,
Yeah.
so going back to brand marketing and direct marketing, just to clarify that I'm getting it correct. Direct marketing is more about advertising. When you tell the consumer to push the buy button, let's say so, whereas brand marketing is more about pulling the door and inviting the customer into your house, correct? And creating retention and loyalty. Am I correct? Or
yeah, in some way you are correct, but I would describe it a bit differently, because you have advertisement not only in direct marketing. Brand marketing actively uses ad too. Okay, so you can't say which one is better or more effective, because both have benefits, and you work with both tools depending on your marketing needs at certain stage of your product development. The thing is that you can't measure brand, but you can measure direct marketing, and you must measure direct marketing. So to put it in one statement, brand marketing is a long-term, non-measurable tool, whereas direct marketing is measurable, and you can close your KPIs in a shorter term. In case of brand marketing, you put a lot more time and effort to build trust and loyalty. At the end of the day, the consumer needs some time to start trusting your brand and have certain expectations, right? But you also benefit, but you also benefit much more from long-term loyalty, because eventually you retain and return your loyal customers. Direct marketing can and must be measured because it works for a short period of time. And when you measure it, you can see and analyze the weak points and make your adjustments accordingly.
Well, and regarding the Wooxy platform, I want to ask, so can I say that Wooxy, with its omnichannel tools, it's better to be used for direct marketing, because you can, like, as you said, read the insights, measure the numbers of clicks, for example, and other analytical rates, and decide your future actions accordingly to improve the results. And for example, you can create multiple ad campaigns for the same product, do some split testing, measure the results, and pick the best, which the best work for you. Isn't it direct marketing?
It is direct marketing. You're absolutely right. Split testing is a very good example, actually, of direct marketing. You can completely change your entire marketing strategy based on your measurement based on your measurable results, such as open rate, click rate, the unsubscribes, the conversion rate, everything. But I can confidently tell that brand marketing uses automation, marketing automation tools too, and it works perfectly fine for brand marketing too. And a good example of this are the chain of campaigns, email campaigns, such as welcome chain, onboarding chain. Those campaigns are mainly directed to nurture your new client, right? And convert them into from one-time customers to loyal customers, returning customers. And in order to do that, you need to patiently introduce your brand, your product, and most importantly, your story, as well as provide information based on the individual needs of every single customer and offer personalized content based on their behavior on your website. And if you're smart enough to take these metrics from your direct marketing results, analyze, and then create personalized content to promote your brand for future potential customers, I guarantee you will see the desired results and enjoy the rewarding outcomes.
So as you said, I just remembered that I've heard somewhere about introducing your story. If I'm not mistaken, I've heard it from or read it on the Disney website. So I don't know why I decided to say that, but anyways, the next question gonna be, when you say introduce your story, am I getting it correct? It's the story of your brand, your company, how you came up with an idea, like what challenges you faced and stuff like that, right? So because I know that the customers always want to see the real person, real people behind the brand and know their success story. For example, when we talk about Tesla, we immediately picture Elon Musk. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
What maybe can be true, but probably not in the case of Elon Musk. You see, here's the thing. When you think of Elon Musk, you don't quite remember his personal story. You just know him.
Yeah, the beautiful pictures when the like rocket launches, and now that Tesla robots. Okay.
Exactly. So, but in reality, Tesla, Elon Musk hasn't founded Tesla. He purchased Twitter. But what he was able to do, or maybe his talented marketing team was able to do, is to turn his name into a brand. Elon Musk is the brand, and maybe the integral part of it. Whereas all the news, the scandals, the social media gossips involving his name are also one way or another are promoting Tesla. Those are the stories that keep Tesla stay popular. So in some cases, you can, of course, introduce your biography as a story, but you need to be, I would say, 100% sure that your personal story is entertaining enough to make it part of your brand. Startups often make that kind of mistakes when they first start marketing their product. They overthink their logo, trying to incorporate it with their name elements, including their nationality, colors, and stuff like that. In some cases, I would say in most of the cases, it's not going to help you to sell your product. Don't overthink, because at the end of the day, nobody cares. Sometimes you better add some entertainment to your story, or at least wrap it in your personal story in brighter colors. Remember some simple or funny elements, something that people would like to share on their social media, let's say. Let me give you an example, but
I just wanted to ask you to bring an example of a good story.
Yeah, but remember, I'm not encouraging you to do the same with this particular example. Please note that down.
I'm doing my videos.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do anything else.
No, I mean all the marketers. don't try to do the same. But this is a very good example. About some 125 years ago, Coca-Cola marketers were looking at their sales and realized that Coca-Cola is sold better during warm weather. Well, after all, it's a cold beverage, right? Preferable to drink with ice. So they were thinking about how to promote the sales during cold season, such as fall or winter. And they came up with an idea to link Coca-Cola with one of the winter holidays, Christmas in this case. In fact, Christmas wasn't that popular back then. People liked Easter more because Easter already included that entertainment part, the coloring eggs, kids like that, collecting them, and also the story behind it is very fascinating. A man who was tortured and then crucified and then came back to life and saved all our souls, right? It's very fantastic. Whereas Christmas wasn't that entertaining. Of course, it included this church mass, maybe a nice family dinner, a few candies on the Christmas tree, but that's it. So what Coca-Cola advertisers did was absolutely genius and powerful back then. They chose to upgrade the character of Saint Nicholas, who was a Greek bishop, who was known for his gift-giving habits. He was also known as the protector of all children, toy makers, and stuff like that. But I don't know. Saint Nicholas wasn't that popular. So the Coca-Cola designers, they masterfully recreated the character of Saint Nicholas. They turned the skinny, modest, and humble bishop into a cheerful, white-bearded, elderly guy. Changed his
completely
boring
redesigned that guy.
Changed his boring dark green and this brown gown into bright costume with Coca-Cola corporate colors, which is red and white, and it is also the modern Santa Claus outfit, right? And they also infused the story of a kind and generous philanthropist with another story from I think it was Danish mythology about a thief who was entering the houses through a chimney, robbing it and going back through a chimney, and all he was leaving behind was a clean chimney. So in the result, they have this cheerful guy with his bright costume who was entering the houses and leaving gifts for all kids. And then they used images of Santa Claus holding Coca-Cola on all their advertisement banners. And as a result, this marketing trick is perfectly working ever since. So they not only created a marketing story, but also changed the entire modern perception of Christmas in the whole world.
Yeah, they basically created a story. And
the moral of this example is that it's not enough to have a compelling story. It is not enough to provide simply useful content, which will tell about the benefits of your product. Make it entertaining so that people love to share it.
Yeah. That's interesting. And I have another question. As you may know, many startups come to Wooxy with their great, unique ideas and want to use our tools to scale up their businesses. But they don't have many customers and don't know how to grow the number of their customers. Isn't it easier to market a completely new product rather than an existing product or solution or, I don't know, service which already has many competitors on the market?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, both have pros and cons. In case you have a brilliant idea which nobody else has thought of, that is great. The market is open and clear. You can just unleash your creativity and advertise your product and great idea, right? Well, it depends on how well you have done your homework. Have you analyzed the market demand? Do you have a clear list of main problems you're aiming to solve? Do you know your potential customer, their pain, their preferences? Everything is extremely important. And you need to picture your ICP, that is ideal client persona profile, well, way before starting marketing your product. When Wooxy customers ask for help with their marketing strategy, this is the first thing I want them to think about. For example, when I ask a customer, who is your main target?
Oops.
Usually answer,
We
let's
have some
lose
network
their
issues.
weight. Okay.
No, it's good, I suppose. Can you say something?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Should I continue or should I start?
Yeah. You can try to continue. I'll let you know when we have some issues.
What was I talking about? Yeah, the example of Wooxy customers. Yeah, when I ask them, what is your audience? Who's your target audience? They're like, oh, my audience is, let's say women who want to lose weight, for example. They want to market a new fitness app, right? It is very innovative. It has new techniques or new line of physical activities, let's say. And they expect that a single campaign for all women will bring the result. They have created beautiful email template with the bright banner. They have a super nice logo. They created the brand name. They followed all the rules of email sending requirements, catchy subject, the call to action button, blah, blah, blah. But in the result, the numbers don't grow. The first assumption, probably email marketing is not our tool. Let's spend money just on social media or some messengers or SMS. I would say it's wrong because they just didn't do their homework. My advice is to try to spend time on learning your customer. Break down your target audience into many pieces. Segment your target audience and create separate personalized campaigns for each segment. Ask yourself, who is my customer? If it's, let's say, female, what is the age? 25 years old, maybe 40 years old? Is it a full-time working woman who checks the mailbox maybe multiple times a day? Or maybe it's a full-time stay-home mom with a toddler or a teenager, and they don't have time to check the emails multiple times a day, but maybe in the evening. But at the same time, they like to scroll through all this social media content during the day. Or maybe also your product is beneficial for, let's say, 50 plus women with age-related osteoarthritis problem who need some mild physical therapy exercises, who don't check emails and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah,
I just
sure.
wanted to ask, is that the same thing, like knowing who's your customer and the market demand? Or just for a regular
Knowing,
person like me
yeah,
who
in some way
absolutely no idea.
they're of course interrelated. Knowing who's your customer also gives you an idea how much market demand you will have at the end of the day. But the goal of a marketer is to look at the analytics. The numbers will speak for themselves. Uh, then you will be ready to rethink your marketing strategy by laser targeting each subgroup of customers with highly personalized campaigns for multiple communication channels, closely working with each other, and create the demand yourself, even if it's not there yet. So if you do all that, this is when you can feel the power of omnichannel marketing. Moreover, you will be able to use your marketing budget more efficiently with greater results.
Well, and let's say I have this great idea. I love it.
Mhm.
And how can I calculate my average traction at the early stage of my product development? So can you explain a bit more about how I can analyze the market demand? Is there a way to make more or less accurate predictions or on identifying the demand?
Yeah, there are, of course, many ways to make a research on the market demand. I just
Just
don't
one of
want to
them,
spend
or
time
maybe
to
two.
list them. Here's the thing. If the talented marketer can't find enough evidence of demand to prove the product concept, they can also think of how to create this demand. And
Wow.
a very good example can be the same Tesla. A few years ago, when Tesla electric cars were just entering the US market, and the demand wasn't that foreseeable because people still had this, mistrust toward fully electric cars. It was new and scary, and even though it sounded pretty cool and all that, but it was also not that affordable for regular customers, and the entire infrastructure wasn't ready either. There were very few places with Tesla chargers around the US. And most probably also it required huge investments to overcome this obstacle. And to bring Tesla to the average buyer. So the company had to start creating the market demand way before launching the mass production. And what they did wasn't new actually. They simply used this early stage customer list technique. Alongside with advertising the brand itself, uh, making it very cool and awesome, they announced a waiting list for all those who wanted to become a lucky, privileged
Yeah,
owner of
like
Tesla.
early bird
Yeah,
discounts or
exactly.
sales. I don't know.
It wasn't actually a discount or something. You had to pay the very high entry fee to be in the waiting list, and you had to wait for several months and sometimes almost a year until your car is ready. So imagine it created the illusion of huge demand. People thought maybe, oh, there is such a demand that the buyers just queued up. Their collective thinking psychology worked effectively. Eventually, they created the demand. They had the money to launch the mass production. They went time to secure the infrastructure by building chargers around the country. By the time all the brands like Mercedes, Audi, BMW started selling their electric cars with much better quality, actually, and quite affordable, Tesla has already gained the big chunk of the market.
Yeah. So, am I getting it correctly? You can start marketing your product way before it's available on the market. You just need to start creating a demand yourself by spreading the information and collecting your early stage customer wait list, correct? And I even know how to do that. Let's say you launch a podcast, provide useful content and talk about the solutions which would solve the problem that you are aiming to solve. And by the time your podcast is available on the market, you'll boost your sales by like targeting your wait list. Yeah, that's it.
By the time your available your product is available, you'll have your list of waiting customers, and you're right. And also, don't forget about wooxy automation. You can start storing your new contacts on your wooxy account and automatically nurture them via multiple channels from the day one of your ideation stage, way before your product is available on the market.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring an example based on podcasts, just because, to be honest with you and our listeners, I don't like electric cars, though. I don't
Have
understand
you tried?
them. Yeah, but I don't understand them. I don't understand how can car run, let's say, off the engine, just because car has to have engine like under the hood, okay, and not that electrical batteries
to run out of charge.
Yeah, just did you say the meme about the power bank and the Tesla? Just a regular power bank from Xiaomi.
I honestly don't have Tesla. I have a Audi electric car, and I absolutely love it because the speed of acceleration is like crazy, and it's very nice. But yeah, you're right. Charging part is quite annoying, especially if you travel long distance.
It takes time.
You need to recharge.
To stop somewhere, especially you like have to find charging station. You have to wait until it charged completely to like run 100 kilometers or miles. I don't know.
It takes about 20 minutes to wait for it to charge, actually. But and also the market is growing and developing, and the charging time. The charge lasts longer nowadays rather than the first time when Tesla was just entering the market.
Yeah, it was about cars. I personally run Mini Cooper by BMW, and it's not electric. And how about the products that are highly competitive, and you need to stand out by marketing something that is already there, and your competitors are big corporations with like huge budgets and stuff like that. In some cases, startups have great solutions with better tools, but the market is already overloaded with similar solutions. Even though their product is much better, easier to use, with better interface, more affordable, etc. But people prefer already existing brands. Just like me, I remember when I had to choose a power bank, I got one from Xiaomi just because I know the brand, I trust the brand, etc. But people prefer already existing brands, as I said, which are most popular on the market. What would you advise? How can they stand out, or at least survive in this competitive world of or market? Should they use the proven marketing strategies of the existing competitors, which are already exist, or should come up with something new, like with some new strategies?
I would say you just need to complete another homework. Of course, you need to look at the strategies used by your competitors, as well as you need to come up with your own solution. The good thing to know is that there is a demand, right? And all you need to prove is that your product is better. Take a look at your customer disadvantages, read their customer reviews, make a list of complaints, think of the ways of how you would do it differently to achieve the better customer satisfaction. And if you actually have a better solution for those problems, develop a marketing strategy by pointing out those pains and providing your own remedy. Let me bring an example of Wooxy. When we first started Wooxy, it wasn't there, and it was previously known as SmartSender.io, right? It sounded just like another email marketing platform. Of course, we knew that we created a much more effective automation platform, with much better tools and much more affordable for regular customers. But it was a time when MailChimp, SendGrid, and other similar platforms were booming, and the market was and is very competitive. So the goal of our marketing team was to stand out and find our niche and to reserve our own well-deserved position. Obviously, we realized that our task was to identify our advantages by comparing with the competitors in the Shark Tank. During the long-term research, we discovered that there are multiple pain points we can push on. And number one was the competitors' annoying customer service. It was the time when sending companies were obliged to follow this newly established general data protection regulations, including the double opt-in requirements, and the spam filters were already started crucifying the companies with big contact lists. Even the popular companies with legit contacts, which obtained customers' consent to send communication, were being constantly blacklisted, ending up in spam folders and losing thousands of customers on a daily basis. And the frustration was doubling up when the email automation platforms were not responding to the company's request to help them get their domains out of blacklist. It took them weeks to get standard response, and they were losing money, big money. And this is where SmartSender and now Wooxy shines like a star. Our customer service team wasn't that big back then, and all of our guys, including the developers, the founders, were spending numerous sleepless nights to keep up with the real-time customer support, helping them on every single step of their journey through the platform. We were guiding them, helping them, sometimes even doing the work for them, just to help them get onboarded and start growing. And once they started testing the suite results, nothing would make them leave Wooxy. And in case of Wooxy, the word of mouth did the most job, and it was tremendous. And ever since, we keep our promise to provide not only the best tools for omnichannel marketing, but also provide the best individualized care for our customers.
Yeah, and I remember that I used to mention our customer support, if I'm not mistaken, in every single video, just because I appreciate when you are using a platform, you have a live support, you can write them whenever you want, and they will answer you just in a couple of minutes. I don't know. Rather than other services saying like, you can write us an email and we'll answer you as soon as it's possible. It usually takes a couple of days, not minutes. Okay?
Yeah, it used to take weeks until you got a response from the same MailChimp or SendGrid. But maybe now it takes a little bit shorter period of time because most of the response are automated too. So you don't get a direct response from a human.
Oh,
whereas,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Most of the responses are automated. I mean, at Wooxy, we have automatic response system too, but we also are on top of all our emails and customer requests to help them with everything. And you know that.
Yeah, I know that. Well, as our time comes to end, can I ask you to wrap this conversation up in a couple of words so we can say goodbye to our listeners? Just in a couple of words. So to wrap up this conversation from your side, just because I suppose you'll do it better than me.
Sure. Of course. I wish all of our listeners and viewers and customers to never stop, never quit trying, because marketing automation, it still remains the most powerful tool in the world nowadays. And it's not just about the products and brands. It involves everything, including the big politics, right? So keep digging, keep trying, keep listening to podcasts just like this one, and eventually you'll find out what works best for you and your product.
Yeah. Thank you once again, Susanna, for joining us. It's been a really, really great conversation, really helpful conversation. For our listeners, if you'd like to learn more about Susanna's work, I placed the link to her LinkedIn down below in the description of this video, so you can just click on it. As usual, if you enjoyed this episode, you can hit that like button, so you can subscribe to our channels, to our channel, just because we have only one. Yeah, that's it. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next podcast.
Thank you. Have a nice day.